Hi, Jen here from Jen Michelle Coaching, and today I want to talk about, do you demonstrate self-worth? This is a question that requires us to go a little bit deeper and get a little more honest with ourselves, but do we really demonstrate to others that we're worthy? And do we really believe that within ourselves? So I want to take a deeper dive into this question today. For those of you new to my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. I release a video weekly. Number one, the first way to really explore self-worth is, are the things you value and are the things that you're doing matching up or not matching up, right? Do you make excuses for other people? Do you find reasons to, take less or settle for bad behavior, or to rationalize or justify behaviors that just feel out of integrity and out of alignment with where you're trying to go? Sometimes when we're doing this, it's a very, very strong indicator that we don't believe we're worthy of the things deep down that we really desire in life. And sometimes we have to go through these little sort of initiations and tests to show up for ourselves and to teach other people how to treat us. And so if you fall into sort of rationalizing bad behavior or settling for less because that scarcity mindset takes over, this is really an invitation to, as we move into a new year, to set a new path for yourself, to really get comfortable with holding space for the things that are important to you, and to not outsource your sort of inner authority in this way, to really be clear and aligned with what you want, and to really understand what's non-negotiable for you and to honor it even when it's hard. This could mean that, you're no longer going to be a people pleaser. You're going to set some boundaries that are required. You're going to kind of take off the mask and speak from your heart more and show people the real you. And as you do this, some people will love it and embrace it, and some people won't like it, right? And some people will drop off. But can you hold that gentle, loving space to recognize that you are self-worthy, you are self-approved, and you are not seeking this from anyone else? And because some people don't like it or don't understand you, are you just letting that be what it is? Or do you tend to internalize it and have it then reflect a lower level of self-worth? So this is really a practice of learning how to hold space for yourself on an entirely different level and making room for what's meant for you to come into your life through unapologetically accepting and honoring the things that are deep down very, very important to you. Number two, boundaries. We touched on this one, right? When we don't have high self-worth, boundaries are so hard to communicate, right? Because if we don't have boundaries, confidence is usually an issue, right? Because we are scared to set boundaries because we don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to make someone mad. We don't want them to disappear from our lives. But as we align more and more with just feeling worthy within ourselves versus seeking that from another, we just learn to communicate boundaries and kind of let the chips fall where they may, right? We can still be respectful and kind in setting boundaries, but we're starting to recognize that compromising them leads to resentment, leads to us being a just lower quality version of ourselves, and it just no longer feels worth it. And so we're learning to communicate what's okay for us and what isn't, and we're no longer taking responsibility for another person's emotional experience as a result of that. Of course, I'm still saying to set boundaries in a kind, respectful way, but you're not taking responsibility for how they interpret that. And you're loving yourself through any sort of waves and rocking that gets created. And you are not sort of like farming your self-worth out based on another's response or reaction to what it is that you need and what feels right inside of you. Number three, a scarcity mindset. I talk about this a lot, but I'm talking about it more from a point of attraction, right? Like, what is your point of attraction with something? So what's motivating you? Because I notice this within myself a lot. Like, let's say I'm presented with an option to buy something. What's motivating me to hit the buy now button or to put it into the cart? Is it scarcity, or is it because it's a really well thought out, like good, solid, conscious choice for my life? Or am I just kind of scratching an itch, hoping it makes me get a little dopamine hit and feel better, right? Are they sending me emails that this is my last chance? This is my only, opportunity. I'm going to feel terrible if I don't do it. Are they preying off of scarcity? Or am I in an empowered space where I'm saying, yes, like this is the right choice for me? This is the space we want to be making decisions from in all aspects of our life, right? Where it just feels like a yes, not letting others prey upon those more scarcity-based instincts that, are applicable when we're in more of a survival sort of position, right? We're not in the jungle fighting for resources, so we can make a conscious choice around what's best for us. And so when we feel that urgency or when we feel that fear of missing out, that's kind of like the trigger to go in, to take a pause and decide in a couple of days or in a few hours which way we'd like to proceed. But it's not a reason to act on something, whether it be in the example I just gave of buying something, whether it be with a man, whether he calls or wants a last minute date, whatever the scenario is, you're very well aware of how scarcity is influencing your decision making, and you're lining up from making a choice from a much deeper space that's rooted in a conscious overview and a space of abundance and holding space for yourself in this way within. So I hope these 3 tips are supportive to you and really embodying a higher level of self-worth and integrating this on a deeper level into your life. I would love to invite you to join my new YouTube membership option. It is on my channel homepage under Join. All the details are there, but you will be able to get exclusive relationship advice from me, and I would love nothing more to support you in this new beautiful community option. I also have my website, jenmichellecoaching.com, with all of my digital and live coaching options there. Much love, and I'll see you all next week.